Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Simon Stone from the BBC has said that Erik Ten Hag is expected to start work as the Manchester United manager this month. Revert back to a few weeks ago. It got officially announced that Manchester United appointed Erik Ten Hag as the new manager. Erik Ten Hag will replace Ralf Rangnick. Ten Hag signed a 3-year contract at Manchester United. There's an option of a further year. Manchester United agreed the compensation with Ajax for Ten Hag. The compensation was below 2 million. There's a lot of players that Ten Hag wants to bring to Manchester United. He wants a striker. He's looking to bring a centre defensive midfielder in. He also needs to bring a world-class centre-half in to go alongside Varane. Ten Hag's transfer budget has already been revealed. He's going to get between 100 and 150 million. Ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players in the summer transfer window, so reflecting on that, he will generate money. Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. I can't wait for him to come and experience the Premier League because he's not yet managed in the Premier League. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. You know, at Ajax he's developed the young players well. He's won Eredivisie titles, he's won some Dutch Cups, and revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. So there you go, and Ten Hag got appointed in as the Ajax manager back in December 2017. So he's been in charge of Ajax for over 4 years. His contract at Ajax was due to expire next year. Ten Hag is the former Utrecht, Bayern Munich reserves and Go Ahead Eagles manager. Now, I want to give you some news on Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford is up for sale. Manchester United want at least 60 million for Marcus Rashford. Earlier on this season, it actually said that Man United wanted Marcus Rashford to stay at the club despite his wretched run of form. Earlier on this season, Rashford apparently told his friends that he wants to leave Man United this summer. Rashford's contract expires next year. Rashford has endured a lot of poor games this season. You know, he hasn't been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. He missed the first 2 months of this season with that shoulder problem. Earlier on this season he had a minor leg injury. But Rashford is a good player overall. Rashford missed the 3-0 win against Brentford. Rashford has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy and that. He's been a United player since the age of 7 and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. You know, Rashford, you can play him on the left wing, you can play him on the right wing and you can play him centrally. I think you seem to get the best out of Rashford when he's playing on the left wing. Sometimes he can play well when he's playing on the right, but I don't think he plays well when he's playing central. A lot of players are going to leave Man United this summer. I'm expecting Edison Cavani to leave. Edison Cavani's out of contract at Man United this summer. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani came on in the 3-0 win against Brentford. He's just recovered from injuries. He's had quite a few injuries since he became a United player. Cavani, his next club, maybe Real Sociedad. I think he will make a move to Spain. Jesse Lingard, he will be leaving Man United this summer. Lingard should have left in the January transfer window this year, but Man United blocked his exit. Lingard recently was out due to personal reasons. He's a squad player, Lingard, because he doesn't really get in the team, but he has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy and that. The second half of last season, Lingard enjoyed a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Juan Mata, he'll be leaving Manchester United this summer. Juan Mata's been at Manchester United for around 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player, and Mata has had a good career at Manchester United. Man United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, got him for 37.1 million. With add-ons, it was around £40 million. Mata did start in the 3-0 win against Brentford, and I was surprised in that aspect because Mata doesn't really start games now, and he put a good performance out against Brentford to his credit. He was unlucky not to score because I do recall him having a good chance in the game, he just put it wide. Ronaldo, he could possibly be leaving Manchester United this summer. If you revert back to earlier on this season, Erik Ten Hag said he don't want Ronaldo as part of his plans for next season. Ronaldo scored a penalty in the 3-0 win against Brentford. He also had a goal ruled out for offside. His performance was good against Brentford. Ronaldo also rescued Man United in the 1-1 draw against Chelsea the other week, and he scored in the 3-1 defeat to Arsenal. Ronaldo, since he re-signed, he's got 18 Premier League goals, and he's scored 24 goals in all competitions. He has over 800 goals in his career. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's got 2 hat-tricks. He got an hat-trick against Norwich at Old Trafford. That was his 60th hat-trick in his career. And he got a hat-trick in the 3-2 win against Tottenham at Old Trafford. Ronaldo's contract at Man United expires next year. There's an option to extend for a further year. Ronaldo's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He earns £480,000 a week. Man United re-signed Ronaldo from Juventus in the summer of last year. I think it was around 19-20 million with add-ons included. Man United paid around 12.9 million up front. Ronaldo's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Anthony Martial, I reckon we'll get rid of him permanently this summer. At the moment, Martial's out on loan with Sevilla. Matic, we know that he's leaving this summer because revert back to a few weeks ago, Matic announced he will be leaving Man United this summer. Despite having 12 months on his contract. To Matic's credit, he's done well in his last 3 or 4 games. He's been playing alongside McTominay because obviously we've got Pogba out for this season. Fred was injured, just come back from injury not so long ago. Matic, he played well against Brentford. He also played well against his former club Chelsea at Old Trafford. Matic got an assist in that game for the Ronaldo goal. He also got an assist for the Ronaldo goal in the 3-1 defeat to Arsenal. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that he's still being given his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. Matic has been at the club for over 4 years. Man United got him from Chelsea back in 2017 for 40 million. Paul Pogba, he'll also be leaving Manchester United this summer. He's out of contract this summer. Well, not so long ago it said Paul Pogba is increasingly likely to leave Man United this summer, and a few weeks ago Rangnick confirmed that Pogba is unlikely to play for Manchester United again. You know, Pogba came off injured in the 4-0 defeat to Liverpool at Anfield. Pogba's endured quite a few injuries since he re-signed for the club, so he is injury prone. Pogba is a good player when he wants to be, and he's also an imperative player. Pogba's Man United's most expensive signing at the moment. Man United paid 89 million for him. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies since he re-signed, and this season's been his 6th season at the club. Alex Telles, he'll be leaving this summer. This season will be his last season at Man United. You know, Telles has endured a difficult last few months. You know, Telles is our first choice left back under Ralph Rangnick. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020, got him in a deal worth 15.4 million. Phil Jones and Erik Bailly, they'll be leaving this summer. Well, Phil Jones and Erik Bailly have told the teammates that they intend on leaving the club. You know, Jones and Bailly don't get in the team much. Bailly hasn't played a game for a while. Jones did come on recently in the 3-0 win against Brentford. Harry Maguire, I reckon he'll be leaving this summer. Harry Maguire is not good enough to represent the club. Maguire is out, or should I say has been out of injury. He recently returned to training, so could be available for the game against Brighton this Saturday. The other week, Harry Maguire received a bomb threat at his home, and reflecting on that, Maguire called the police. I can't understand how Harry Maguire is still Man United captain. A lot of Man United fans have been demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him, especially throughout the course of this season. Man United paid 80 million for Maguire. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and is the second most expensive sign at the club. Maguire's been at Man United for around 3 years. And Wan-Bissaka, he'll be leaving Man United this summer as well. He's not good enough, and he's recently been injured, but he's recently been back in training, so he could be playing in this game against Brighton. And Wan-Bissaka's not our first choice right back under Rangnick, Diego Dalot. This summer, Dean Henderson, I presume, will leave. You know, Henderson's our second choice keeper. He's only made 3 appearances this season. Tom Heaton will leave this summer as well, and I reckon Lee Grant will leave. So there you go, and next year players will leave Man United. We've got quite a lot of players' contracts that do expire next year. On the other side of things, a lot of players are going to stay at the club. Ralph Rangnick has 2 games remaining as Manchester United's interim manager. The other week, it got officially announced that Ralph Rangnick got appointed as the new manager of Austria. Rangnick signed a 2-year contract. But it said Rangnick will still continue in a consultancy role at Manchester United until 2024. You know, Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager now for over 4 months. He's enjoyed one transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager and unfortunately didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. Don't forget, before, Ralph Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Since Ferguson retired, you know, Manchester United sacked 4 permanent managers. You know, Man United sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So there you go, Man United are not really known as a sacking football club. Man United have not been the same team since Ferguson retired. And we've got to accept that no one's going to replicate what Ferguson did at the club. Alex Ferguson, greatest manager of all time. He brought success to Manchester United. He won 30 odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles, but didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson, you know, was a long-serving manager at Man United. He was the Man United manager for around 26 years. You know, Alex Ferguson retired almost 10 years ago. You know, Man United have not won a trophy for 5 years or so now. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. I was hoping we could win a trophy this season, but obviously we can't. We're not even going to finish in the top 4 this season, let alone win a trophy. You know, top 4 was our aim. Obviously, it looks like top 4's gone, even though we did beat Brentford. Man United have not won the Premier League since 2013. And, you know, we spent a lot of money in the last 10 years or so. We've definitely spent over £1 billion. And we've certainly got to get the Glazers out of the football club because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. A lot recently, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. They did the exact same thing towards the end of last season when the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. Will the Glazers sell Man United? The Glazers have owned the club for around 17 years. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. So anyway guys, tomorrow I'll be giving you my predicted 11 for Man United's game against Brighton. Drop me comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.